Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Johnson Salami, and you're watching Trending News, JV Trending News. I will be looking at a lot of about four, topical issues, like especially newspaper review that we are going to look at what is happening. And then today's day is 10th day. That is about 4 days before the Valentine Day. It seems that we're in the week or in the mood of love. And again, we need to show more love. And also, in showing love, we should not be lying. If you're not in love, you be sure you're not in love. If you don't care, say it out that you don't care. Then don't lie that you care about someone, whereas you don't care. But let me look at the first newspaper's review from Punch. This is, I was never Tinubu's friend. Now, this is El-Rufai, who will travel with Tinubu to UK, Chatham, during time of presidential debate. And he was part of the teamship, according to Tinubu. When Tinubu was asked some questions, but he could not answer, he felt that he needed expo, he needed a machinery, and then he called on El-Rufai. And then it meant that what happened then was that El-Rufai was acting for the political party purpose, APC, purpose, not because of the relationship he had with Tinubu. Tinubu, he made it clear that, we're not friends at all. We didn't have any kind of friendship at all. That is just what he admitted and assertions he made regarding Tinubu. So let's hope that what he said was truly true. So let's hope that he only acted in respect to the party support that he needed. He wanted APC to just be in power by all means, irrespective the person that involved. And again, he always mentioned about that since Buhari already spent 8 years that from the north, that means it's already expected that it was accidental. That's what happened. That's why the whole Tinubu was the one that he had to support. So meaning that he only supported the party, not really the competent candidate of the party. That's what he said. But let's hope that he meant those things. And then a lot of things is just contradictory somehow, because before it was so interested that it was looking like Steve. They were bonding, they were having some quiet memorial time together. But now he said no, it's not true. So let's look at the next one. The next one is Electoral Act. Senate approves e-transmission of results, allows manual backup. This allowing manual backup has some kind of suspicion to look into, to scrutinize, because this issue of this little clause, they will tend to use it the same way they did in 2023 by not using the portal result to determine the winner. So now, if this idea of they were still putting it in that clause, as if there's some places, how many places are they? Are they more than those places that are the network providers or issues something came up? They're still mentioned about glitching, but they did not use the word glitching. They were saying about if there was any technological delay or no network or something like that. But at the end of the day, it just looks as if they're already planning another glitch, because some conditions given there is showing that they still believe that there's glitch. So in other words, if this is not possible, that means our Nigerians cannot pay tax. Nigeria should not be paying tax, because if the network cannot work well, this shows that Nigeria cannot be paying tax, and we are already paying tax, because every Nigerian that uses phone to make calls, you are paying tax at VAT. That is value-added tax. So you are also paying tax. So you transfer money, 10,000 naira. If you are owing 10,000 naira, as well you pay somebody, you also pay 50 naira for owing. You're trying to return the loan. But these are the issues that are still battling us, and this is the way they are demarketing the country. These Senate people, these senators, they are actually just demarketing the country. They are only showing that the Nigerians is still in 1960s. Where there could be some, the top places are not developed. That means no network. And there is a sign that they're actually making us look stupid, Nigerians look stupid, making us to look like we are still underdeveloped, not with developing country. We don't want developing country. We are underdeveloped country. That's what they are implying by adding that clause, because there's no assurance. No investors will come out and say, oh, this is a country that there's no network. How am I going to sell my product in that kind of area? So this is a very, very challenging issue that we need to look into. So let's look at the next one. This is FG focused on expanding food production, says Minister. This is part of food production. How long are they going to be talking about food? And unfortunately, what are they importing if not more than the rice? And at the end of the day, this rice is still not yet crashing to the point where they met it in 2023. Meaning that even when it was so bad that Buhari was still better than Tinubu's price. And again, Tinubu's economy. I mean, Tinubu-nomics and also Buhari-nomics, they are actually showing that the previous president is better than the current president. And that's very, very sad. That is to show that the bastard strategist does not have the kind of competent ideas, visions on how to do away with all these kind of backward policies, fiscal policies, and also monetary policies that don't add up, that don't put us in an edge among other countries in the world. But let's hope that these issues don't make us to go back, don't continue to go backward. Now, lastly, JOHESU strike suspended the salaries approved, says FG. This is coming from FG. I already declared that, oh, they are already paid down. That's to show down. Do you expect the Nigerians to applaud them? I can say, oh, when the government is doing good, let's clap for them. When they are doing bad, let's criticize them. Now, but the idea is that since November 2025, that's when this joint health this union has been on strike. These doctors have been on strike 84 days. And within that 84 days, Tinubu has traveled to abroad, has spent more than 40 days. And then after about 40 days, even more than 40 days, he will have been spending most of his time in hospitals, in foreign hospitals, and maybe taking treatment. And then, but the Nigerians' properties that is rolling, they have been deprived the opportunity to enjoy at least little, even poor, care. Even though if he's poor, let him get a job or not. When there was doctoral issues, they're on strike. At the end of the day, there's not going to be more of care, education centers they need. And this is a lot of people have died because of this. How long are we going to continue like this? Nigeria. I hope you are watching. And I'm hoping that things get better. This is how I can go today. I'll be coming back again by God's grace tomorrow for another edition. Stay blessed. And remember that we are in the love of week. Show love and make sure that you don't stress yourself out, because when you are alive, when there's life, there's hope. Even though the country does not show that there's hope, but still believe that when having life is more of like having hope. Yes, not the real hope that they promise us, that we have seen that is worse than anything else that you can even imagine. It is not really, you do hope, it's not all this next level. Just make sure you have the hope in God alone, not in any political parties in the country.